Yo, this is Mello with Lay Mediocrity. I'm going to show you the most perfectest 100% method to set up your Mac with the Elgato HD60. Before we begin, you'll need to compile some things. I'll provide all the links for the software in the description. The software list includes Game Capture HD from the Elgato site, Sound Siphon, Voxengo Sound Delay, the VST plugins and the audio unit component, Audio Hijack, and Open Broadcasting Software, aka OBS. You'll need a couple things for hardware too. Get a decent webcam. If you were thinking about using the FaceTime camera on your MacBook, forget about it. That frame rate jumps around like crazy based on the light in your room. You need something with a steady frame rate. I got the Logitech C250 from Target. It works great. It's 720p. You're not displaying yourself full screen with this, and you're likely streaming a compressed 720p feed anyway, so a 1080p camera is going to be overkill. You'll also need a USB stereo audio adapter. I found one on Amazon for $7.99. And if you're like me and you're using a MacBook Pro, you're going to run out of USB ports pretty quick, so you might want to pick up a USB hub. Let's begin. You'll need a variety of cables for this to work. A CTIA Y cable. You can also search for something called an iPhone VoIP headset adapter. You'll want male to dual females. If you're using a headset that doesn't have a separate 3.5mm plug for the headphones and microphone, then you'll also need to buy a headset mic breakout cable. You'll want this to be female to dual males. You'll also need a 3.5mm to 3.5mm stereo audio cable. You'll also need a second mic, preferably a USB mic like the Blue Yeti or the Samson Meteor, which is the one I use. And you'll need just a standard stereo Y cable. We'll start with downloading the Voxengo plugins and the component files first, and moving them into the correct folder on your system. The handy thing here is the Voxengo file package actually includes folder aliases that you could just throw those plugins and component files into. They'll automatically go into the necessary folders on your Mac. Boomo. You now have those installed, and we'll move on. Open Audio Hijack. We're going to get your inputs created and set your audio delay here. First, plop down a device input, also known as a block. Set that to your USB mic. Now on the right-hand panel, you'll see Audio Unit Effects. Scroll down until you see Sound Delay, the Voxengo Audio Unit plugin. Pull that over as your other block. That's going to be your sound delay. We'll set the delay once we have OBS open. For now, leave it at the default setting. Now plop down an output device, and for this output device, you're going to set it to Sound Siphon. Now underneath the workflow you just built, plop down another input device. You're going to set this to Generic USB Audio Device. That's the USB stereo adapter you just bought from Amazon. Now it needs to be plugged in for you to actually choose this device, so make sure you have it before you set all this up. Once again, you'll plop down another sound delay, and you're going to connect that to the generic USB audio device. And after that, you're going to set another output device. This time, you're going to set it to Soundflower 2-channel. You can go ahead and click the gray record button to initiate the session. You're set here for now, so minimize Audio Hijack. Open Sound Siphon. In the bottom left, click the plus sign and name it Audio Hijack. In the right panel, you'll see another plus sign at the bottom. Click that, and then click Choose. Then find the Audio Hijack application. Select that, and you're done. That's the easiest step. You'll notice there's an on-off switch in the top left. You don't need to turn it on. Just keep it in off mode. The demo mode in the off position will work for our needs. All it did was create a virtual device that we can use titled Audio Hijack. So now you can close Sound Siphon. Let's open up Game Capture HD. There are two panels on the right that I'll be referencing. I'll leave the rest up to you since those are the personal preferences according to your stream. On the game audio panel, mute the audio. It seems odd to do that, but trust me. You'll be getting that audio through Soundflower and Audio Hijack. Move down to the live commentary panel. Select Audio Hijack for your audio input. Now make sure you click on the commentary button at the bottom of the Game Capture HD window. It'll light up blue once it's on. Now we'll open up OBS. First thing you need to do is set a scene. So click the plus button to do that and name it either Xbox or PlayStation depending on which system you're going to capture, or even the Wii U. For sources, this is where you would add your overlay, your webcam, and most importantly, the source you're capturing. In this case, it's the Game Capture HD window. You'll want to size it correctly to fill the screen, so drag the layer until it fills the window, right-click that source, go to Transform and Edit Transform, and then fiddle with those settings until you get the exact size for the Xbox or PlayStation feed. Now you can add another source, like your webcam, and you'll size it pretty much the same way. You can do it freehand, and then you can crop it, place it where you want, and now let's proceed to the audio. In OBS, click Settings and go to the Audio tab. For desktop, choose Soundflower 2-channel. And for the mic auxiliary, choose Sound Siphon. You'll want to fiddle with the mic aux and desktop levels to get your desired voice versus gameplay balance for the stream. Now keep in mind, your party chat will come through the desktop audio. You will want to adjust gameplay audio in-game so you keep the party chat volume equal to your commentary volume. Next, we'll work on adjusting the audio and video delays. Now make sure OBS is fully visible along with your console feed through OBS, and get your controller ready. After adding the webcam as a source, right-click it and go to Properties and make sure the checkbox for Use Buffer is checked. Hold your controller up to your webcam and press the direction pad to the right. Does the press match up with the movement on screen? It's probably a little slower, right? So now you'll right-click your webcam in the sources and click Filters. In that first panel on the top, click the plus sign and add the only filter available, which should be the video delay. You can adjust and test in the preview window until you find a setting that actually matches the motion on the screen. As of today, there's a glitch in OBS where if you choose 1000 milliseconds as your delay, the app crashes. That happens to me every time. It might not happen for you, so go ahead and try 1000. It doesn't ruin anything, but just know if that happens, that's just a normal glitch. Go back to your audio hijack window and click the USB mic sound delay block. In the quick entry window, add 1200 milliseconds. Press enter. Now look at your OBS window with your webcam and talk. Is it matching up? If not, hit the reset button on that delay block in audio hijack and adjust as needed. Once you find the setting that works, click on the Soundflower audio delay block and enter the same setting. Minimize audio hijack. This needs to stay open during your stream to let the audio pass through. Now for the last and easiest part, open up the Mac sound preferences. You need to change the output to audio hijack and the input to audio hijack as well. Close this and congratulations. Those are the most difficult steps you'll have to do to set this up, but you only had to do it once. Extra note here. Since audio will likely be playing through your Mac speakers, you may want to plug in a 3.5mm cable into the headphone jack. I just keep a pair of earbuds plugged in case I need to check my audio delays when switching from my Xbox One to my PS4. Both systems have different delay settings, so it's handy to just keep an extra pair of headphones plugged into the computer for those monitoring situations. Now you're all set to stream. I promise you only have to do this once and it's easy peasy from here on out. Make sure to subscribe to Lay Mediocrity on Twitch and YouTube, and then follow us on Twitter. We have a podcast too. You can find us on SoundCloud, you can find us on iTunes, or any podcast catcher app that you have. Good luck, and viva Lay Mediocrity!